Hello friends, this video is about summary of principle of equimarginal returns, which is one of the principle of farm management and also one of the topic of our course farm management and production economics. So let us start with meaning of this particular concept. Basically, in reality, most of the resources with the farmers are land, irrigation, and capital, and these resources of the farmers are limited, and also these resources having alternative uses to use in a particular farm or the production activity in order to get a production or the income. So basically farmer is always constrained by these resources, and they must prudently decide as to how the available resources should be allocated among the alternative uses to gain maximum income. Or we can say there is need to allocate these resources in a best alternative uses in order to get maximum income from that particular economic unit or that particular production activity. So this principle of equimarginal returns provides guidelines and ensures the allocation of limited input is done in such a way that profit is maximized from each unit of input. It means this particular principle guides the farmer to allocate his available resources in a best way in order to get maximum income. Let me explain the statement of principle of equimarginal returns. The limited resources should be allocated among alternative uses in such a way that the marginal value product of the last unit of the resource is equal in all uses. This means limited or the available resources with the farmer should be allocated among available alternative uses in such a way that the marginal value product to be received from that particular use of resource or the resources must be equal in all uses of that particular resource or the resources. It simply means additional output received from that use of particular resource or the resources should be equal in all its uses of that resource or the resources. Let me explain one example that is presented in table or that shows how the limited inputs should be allocated among the enterprises. So here it is the amount of liquid capital used, and there are 5 units of this particular resource, and here it is the marginal value product of paddy, sugarcane, and cotton. So here it is the farmer is with 5 units of liquid capital, or the 5 levels of capital or the 5 units are available for the utilization, then we can get marginal. If we used 1 unit of this capital resource in paddy, we can get 2000 marginal value product, and in sugarcane we can get rupees 3200 marginal value product, and in cotton we can get rupees 2200 marginal value product. Likewise, with other units of the resources we can get marginal value products in various quantities or the various amounts. So our statement of this principle or the principle says that available resources should be allocated in such a way that marginal value product should be equal in all cases or in all uses. So if our 1 unit of resource gives marginal value product rupees 2000 in paddy, rupees 3200 in sugarcane, and rupees 2200 in cotton, then it is better to use more resource in a sugarcane production than the paddy and the cotton, in order to get maximum income from this particular resources. So as I stated earlier, farmer is with 5 units of the capital resource. Then here, in order to get maximum income or the maximum returns, farmer can allocate 3 units of liquid capital, 3 units of liquid capital in sugarcane and 1 unit each to cotton and paddy, and it is the best allocation of capital among the available crop enterprises, and other than that the above will not help the farmer to obtain maximum returns. And this is the importance of this particular law, that it directs the best allocation or the better allocation of the available resources in order to get maximum income from the production activity. So it is all about summary of principle of equimarginal returns. Thank you.